Right.
Probably.
I've got the money, yeah.
Right.
No.
Don't do it to yourself, man.
Yeah. Arsenal don't help themselves, honestly. I don't know why teams play into their hands. I really don't.
Yeah. We're still playing off in the back, like just mental, like along the goal kick line and that.
Right.
We'll be with you in just a moment if you're starting to all click onto the link and everything. Comments. Yeah. Just going to send this. I'm just going to do this on Twitter as well. Okay. Live queue comes from streaming. Oh yeah. What will happen is everyone's comments will show up. Like, I don't know if you can see anything on the screen. When they make a comment, it'll show up on the actual stream.
Oh.
Okay.
So let's just have a look at this minute.
Cabellos, who plays centre midfield, Arsenal, has just tried to do a crease there on his own fucking corner flag and give a free kick away on the edge of the box.
Right.
Seen thing you're losing, Villa. Villa losing 1-0.
Yeah. Fulham got beat 3-0, didn't he?
We can keep up on the scores as we're going along then, so that's sound. Right. I'm just going to give this another... No, I'm just going to give myself a quick wave because that's when I know I'm pretty much live.
What does this mean live now? Like, what's it live to? Just everyone?
It's live on YouTube. We're on YouTube now. We're just there's a few people watching. I've just sent the link around now just to try and get people watching and whatever. There's only got like a few on at the minute.
All right, the tubers.
The tubers. Right, there we go. Hello, welcome to Falcon Blues TV on a freezing cold Thursday night in October. Bloody hell, that year's gone quick, hasn't it? What's that?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Barney's doing something, so I don't know.
That sounded terrible, that, didn't it?
It's me, Dave, Barney Bago, and WF analyst Callum. Gents, how we doing?
Good.
All good.
Yeah.
All better after yesterday's win.
Oh yeah, definitely. So we've got a few little things we're going to talk about. We're not going to keep it too late because we got lives to lead and stuff like that. Talking about Calvert-Lewin, 6 wins on the spin for Everton, chart toppers, league toppers, and any transfers and anything that comes through. So if you're joining us now, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you're also liking and subscribing to the channel. We're on 1,930 subscribers or something like that now. We want to try and get to 2,000. We said we get to 2,000 by the end of the year, and it looks like we're hoping to get there before the end of this week. So if you can do that for us, that'd be boss. So without further ado, let's get it underway. So Everton flying at the moment, 6 games, 6 wins. Barn, your thoughts on that one, bud?
I don't think I haven't been this excited since the first season of Martinez to go watch Everton, honestly. And then before that, I can't remember being excited to watch Everton, but it's just really, really good to watch, and it's exciting that the football we're playing, because we're mixing it up. You know what I mean? We got that grit and determination in Alan to go right, and then you got the flair from James and Gomez throwing a little bit in as well. I think Gomez has gone under the radar this season with his with his games. I think he's been great. I really do. I think he's had having them midfielders in the midfield. It's given him a new lease of life, and he's just he's able to have them extra touches of the ball, which he couldn't do with having Tom Davis and Roger Snyder next to him, because he was worried that them two were just going to start chasing their own shadow into out the ground. So yeah, it's great, isn't it? Really good to watch.
Yeah, Callum, the difference really I think people have seen is the fact that we've actually got a midfield, as Barney's just alluded to there. What what apart from obviously what we've seen, what's been the driving force in this midfield and in these changes? What's been the main catalyst for you?
I think when we went to the end of last season, and obviously the 4-4-2 and stuff, and I said after the end of last season, I said, I think if anything next season, I think he'll change his formation. I think he'll go 4-3-3, and he has done. I think the way that he's got them set up now, you look at, for example, Michael Keane. I thought when Ancelotti come in that he'd be one of the first out the door because he's technically not good enough to play out from the back. If he's isolated 1v1s, he gets dribbled past easily. And I think, he's massively stepped up Michael Keane. Like the pass yesterday for that first goal was absolutely ridiculous. Technically now a lot better, more confidence. And Carlo Ancelotti absolutely believes in him. He's making him into a great player. But in terms of the midfield, Barney's saying about Gomez there. Well, if you watch clips back from Gomez when he was at Benfica, he was always higher up the pitch, making things happen, slotting balls through. Scored a great goal for them in one of the games. He struck it over someone's head and smashed into the top corner. I think when he was playing in that under Silva, such a bad team, he was playing so much deeper. He was doing one goal and to get the ball off the centre backs. We were trying to play out, we couldn't play out, and he was always the one that the team were trying to stop him from playing. Because that would stop him from getting the ball forward, he'd stop Everton. But now, you stop Allen. You stop Decore, you stop Gomez, you try and stop James. Yesterday, you got so tight to James in the first half. You were like, we've got him boxed off here. Well, no, you haven't, because you'll just drift in field now. And now he's going to go into the side of the pitch on the left-hand side. So straight away, David Moyes has gone to pot because he just let him have the ball in that midfield, just dropping in. And I watched the clips back before, and he, for me, is probably one of the best players I've seen play at Goodison Park. Obviously, we haven't seen him play, but in terms of on the television, he's unbelievable. He sees everything before everyone else. He gets in them half spaces. He makes things look so easy. He invites pressure, and you think he's going to lose it. He'll roll the defender. He'll go forward. He's what you call like a 360 player. He can have a defender behind him. He'll manipulate the ball. He'll get past you. Defender to the side, defender in front. He just makes it look so easy. And I think him for us at the moment is an absolute game changer. And I think Richarlison as well. I think Richarlison this season has been absolute top draw, as well as Calvert-Lewin as well. So I think it's up to everyone's game.
You can see that there's been changes to attitudes. I mean, it's not just, as you're saying, with Michael Keane there, and that spin before that ball went over for Calvert-Lewin's first was unreal. But just in general, obviously, you see a difference in Michael Keane. Some sort of difference in Gylfi Sigurdsson yesterday as well.
Yeah.
We talked about it earlier when we were on WhatsApp. The pass for Calvert-Lewin's third was unreal. You know what I mean? There's like little things that he's finally getting back to the player that he should be.
Yeah. I think in terms of that, I don't know if Barney agrees with this, is that, bringing them players in is only going to make other players play better. But we know with Sigurdsson, we know that, if he's in a decent team, he can create chances. But one, he's been out of form. Under Silva, he played out of position massively. And then he started playing like in a deeper central role last season in the 4-4-2. You're going to get the best out of Sigurdsson in that final third. Really, he'll have shots, he'll create chances. And I think that's why he's standing out a little bit more now.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Yeah. That's what he says. Only the better players bring out the best in other players. That's why it's essential that you just keep getting better players in, really. And it's proven when you look at the quality that we've brought in. It's made other players quality, which is really good to see.
I think with Carlo, he's not shoehorning players in now, is he? He's not like playing players out of position now.
No.
Like was.
I think the catalyst though for us performing is Alan. I really do. I think he's been the sign of the summer up to now. James is great and all that. And what I love about James, what's that?
With Alan, he just goes about his business. You saw it on Match of the Day the other day when they were showing like how he is, and he's just like he's just in that space, in that area that your defenders are defending, but he's just there and just little backstop.
I think with that as well though. I think his screening, the way he just protects that back four, he'll cut off, then pass into the centre forward by just standing there. He's just so intelligent. And by doing that, it makes the ball go back the other way. So even them little things, screening, in the right position, it makes a massive difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. And I just think he's been the sign of the summer. And I think hopefully it's an abductor injury, isn't it? Which it's still past the groin, isn't it? But apparently it can be it's not. Yeah, if it's only strained, it's 2, innit? If it's pulled, it's like 3 to 4 or something, stuff like that. But hopefully he's back for the derby.
I was saying before, we need him for the derby. We massively need him for the derby. He's the player that you want in the derby, going in for them tackles, going in 50-50s, getting the the players up for it. I think he'll be a massive miss if he misses out. Massive miss.
I do.
I think it was just so typically Everton. Everything's going great. 6-6, top in the charts, top in the leagues, doing everything. And then you just almost yesterday you were waiting for something to happen. And all right, we won and we got through to the next round of the Carabao Cup, but at what cost?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Just see this. Someone calling Michael Keane Franz Beckenbauer, and do you know what he said? He has. He's probably saying he's Franz Beckenbauer.
The Blues have said there, his inner Maldini.
Definitely.
And where's the other one? I can bring these up. This is great. This is this new app here.
Yeah, it's confidence in Sky High, and he's fine at the minute, Michael Keane. And as you say, Callum, I sort of agreed with you there. He was probably first out the door for me with Carlo, but Carlo was a centre half himself, wasn't he? Centre half, centre mid. He was just scoring. He was one of the best out there. So if you can't learn from him, then you may as well go play the Championship.
I think the biggest thing though with Carlo, he's a totally different level to any manager that we've ever had. But he's tactically so good. So now, how many times under Carlo Ancelotti, even when he first came in, have you seen Michael Keane isolating a 1v1? But the only time I've seen it was in the derby when we had players ahead of the ball. And I think Mane got away, and Mane was running at him, and he just chopped him and brought him down. But apart from that, under Silva, that was happening every single week. Coleman would bomb on, Dean would bomb on, they'd counter-attack and be in. It happened so many times. I remember Bournemouth was one of the games as well. But now, them situations just don't arise. One, because we're better with the ball. But two, our organisation's so much better as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see here already, Ancelotti's not here to finish 6th, 7th, come away with nothing. Can you? Even a normal Everton side. Let's just go back for an example. Let's have a look at the goal that we conceded immediately after half time.
Yeah,
that's a Koeman mistake. That's a Martinez mistake.
For me, that goal.
Just hear me out a sec. But what I'm saying is, any other Everton side, folded there.
Yeah.
And we'd have conceded another and gone to penalties.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have come through it. He's gone out there and gone, right, you know what? This is how I react. If you score, I'm going to come back to you and I'm going to hit you again and again. And we did, and we did it against West Brom. We did it against Fleetwood, and we just done it yesterday as well.
I think we need to.
Yesterday, I don't think in the second half. I think the injuries and everything, we just looked tired.
I think we need to cut out them mistakes though, because if that's like a City and you're winning 1-0 and get back into the game, you get backs against the wall there. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know what the split is with that, because against Fleetwood that happened, 2-0 was it, half time, flying into the next round. Next thing, that goal goes in. Next thing, they're smashing our players, winning 50-50s, smashing balls into the box, and made it really hard for us. It was a harder game than what it should have been.
Yeah.
Same against yesterday. But you look at Carlo Ancelotti, like you said before, at the end of the game, he said, listen, I'm happy with my team. My team, throughout that game, regardless of when it was 1-1, my team was in control throughout the game.
Yeah.
And we were. They had a bit of possession now and again. Obviously, that overhead kicked in, that Pickford tipped over and whatever. But we actually look in control. We don't give away possession cheaply anymore. We really keep it, and sometimes we overkeep it at times. There's a few times yesterday we got the ball and could have turned and played forward and we played it backwards. But our possession game now is so much stronger.
Yeah, definitely. Completely agree.
Here's a question then, because we're obviously going to be looking at transfers as well. So what's the big news around Godfrey? The rejection sounds like we're still in talk. Callum, we were just talking about this before we came on.
Yeah.
What have you been reading?
Paul Joyce said it's gone through, and then another Twitter account said that there's a medical tomorrow, 25 million with add-ons. So that looks to have been sewn up really, unless it's taken another hit. But Paul Joyce doesn't really tweet unless it's signed, sealed, and delivered type thing. So it's a done deal, to be honest.
Okay, so we talk about the 6 and 6 and everything else, and we're flying at the minute. Let's talk about the lad who's really flying at the moment, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. 6 goals in 2 home games. One in the sunshine and one under the lights. It doesn't get better than that for the lad at the moment.
No.
And then with his England call up. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I'm gutted he's been called up for England. Don't want to play for them.
Yeah. Wait for that.
Honestly,
I am exactly the same.
I just don't want to play for England. I really don't. I hate England anyway, but he's flying though, and it's great. It's great for a professional footballer to play for your country, I suppose. And he's played for them under 18s, under 23s. He's won the World Cup with them at under 19s, was it? Yeah. Or the under 20s, one of them. Anyway, he scored the winner in the final, didn't he? So it's great for him. The confidence that he must be feeling now. Jesus,
I mean, you look at the team. I see your point about not wanting to be in the England setup because it's an absolute viper pit. It's horrible.
Yeah.
And it just every time I hear the players, you look at like Phil Foden there last week. Probably wouldn't have got up to half the shit he got up to in Iceland if he wasn't in that England team. But who knows?
The boys are boys, aren't they? When the cat's away, they might come out to play and all that malarkey.
But you look at the players that he's going to be playing alongside. There's going to be players who are higher up the chain than Everton. You know what I mean? He's going to be
I think will help him. Harry Kane.
Harry Kane definitely. I think Sterling as well.
Mm.
There's going to be players in there who.
Sterling's been there in the same situation as a man. Young, very, very. And at the end of the day, he's still raw, isn't he? Calvert-Lewin's still very raw and quite rash. He's learning. Yeah. He's learning every day, but you can tell he's listening to Carlo Ancelotti and Doug Ferguson there.
Yeah, definitely.
You look at where he is now. He doesn't leave the posts and then the 6-yard box, does he? He's in between there all the time.
Yeah.
And before that, he was doing everyone else's running for him. He was running down the channels. He was never in he was hardly ever in the 18-yard box. And I've seen a few lads tweet about it saying they're so happy that they're eating the words against him because he writ him off. And I'm made up for that, really. He's proven a lot of people wrong, and it's great for him.
Do we think he'll start for England?
No.
Is it 1 or 2 games? I'm not sure.
2, innit?
2.
I don't think he'll start. Maybe he'll start 1. I don't think he'll start though. I think he'll come off the bench.
Yeah.
You only got to look at Southgate with the likes of Grealish. Grealish was flying, and Grealish, he deserved a call up, and he didn't do it. I don't like Southgate either. He's another pleb. So, he's just a yes boy, isn't he? That's all he is, Southgate.
I still think that with Southgate, you get what you get with him. You know what I mean? It's not like there's no personality, and I say like it's a yes or no sort of thing with him.
Yeah, definitely.
Callum, what do you think?
Yeah, he deserved it, hasn't he? Long days gone when he's playing right wing back under Ronald Koeman. So yeah, he's massively deserved it, and I felt sorry for him under Silva because we had such a bad team. He was running channels every single game. He was running his backside off and was getting really no reward, and the quality of the chances that he was getting they weren't great. Whereas now, yeah, he's got a great goal. Yeah, the balls come over the top and stuff, but the assists that are getting put on the plate for him now, you look at the Coleman one the other day, 6-yard box tapping for him.
Yeah.
There's kind of chance now that he's getting. So I made up for him, but as Barney said, it only hinders Everton in a way in terms of, yeah, he's playing better players for England, but you look throughout the season now, he'll be doing more travelling, training more, less rest, conflict with some games when he comes back and stuff. So it's harder on that front because we want to keep them as fresh as we can, and keep them firing, really, not burn them out.
Just on the England thing, I really, really hope that he drops Pickford, Southgate.
You think he will?
I don't think he will, but I hope he does. I think he should have saved West Ham's goal yesterday. I think a keeper with another half an inch on his arm would got it.
Yeah.
There's a touch on there, isn't it? At least you'd...
Easier. Yeah, I really do. And even though the save that we all said was a good save, the overhead off Haller.
Yeah.
He's still done that stupid dive. No, he tried it. That's what got him into trouble against Fleetwood and trying to do a camera save.
Definitely learned a valuable lesson from that. What he should have done. It didn't seem like he did. It was just like he was lucky to get hold of it and get like. Did he tip it over?
He tipped it over, yeah. But he needs pecking down him. I think he's got way too big for his boots.
Yeah.
And his distribution.
Oh, it was terrible, wasn't it? There's one there yesterday when he had like loads of time on the ball and he's kicked it right to their goalkeeper.
Literally, but we'd had the ball at least 10 minutes up to that point.
Yeah,
we'd knocked it about throughout the team.
Yeah,
and he's just gone and done that. He bemuses me at times. I think he's going to be a great keeper, but I know that Neville Southall, when we had that night, just to have patience and all that. Yeah. When he starts, he was terrible. But I think at the level that we're at now, that one mistake could cost us. Yeah, massively.
It seems to have gone backwards, doesn't it? Because when he first came, he was just hitting sidewinders everywhere, wasn't he? Like getting us on the counter attack. But now he had one yesterday again where he's took an extra touch, gone on his right foot, and smashed it out to play for a throw in. And just keep it on the pitch. You know what I mean? Get it long, whatever. But yeah, it's definitely part of his game that he needs to improve on, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Do you think if he was dropped from the England squad, well, not from the squad, but dropped from the side, that it would be that rocket up the arse that he's needed? Because obviously there's no competition in Everton as a goalkeeper. I mean, he's got Lossell, he's got
Virginia.
There's not really a great amount of competition in the Everton side, but if he's got the likes of Pope down his neck, is he going to say, "Oh, hang on, my place is in England"? Because sometimes I think with Jordan Pickford, it is ego.
He's terribly egotistical. Oh my God! I've never known someone to be so egotistical in all my life.
But then, do you think because of that, then if he was to be dropped from the England starting 11 and he was on the bench, and he go, "Hang on, this is bigger than I thought."
Is this a friendly or these United Nation game or not United Nations? The National Nation League, whatever they're called.
League of Nations, no idea.
Because if it's the League of Nations and they drop him, maybe it will. But if it's a friendly, he'd probably just go. He's just testing the lads out.
Yeah, I think he's had a rocket though, because I think Carlo Ancelotti would have had words with him after his mistakes and stuff. So I think he is definitely trying to up his game in that regard, because if Carlo says to you, listen, you're not playing well enough, then I think that's enough of a sign to say, listen, book your ideas up and stop taking too much time on the ball, stop making silly errors, because it's only going to cost us some big things.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on then, because I know we're all pushed for time tonight. Like, so let's just talk about what we were talking about a little earlier on, and what we were talking about with Paul Joyce. Mentioning about Ben Godfrey, 25 million from Norwich centre half. Yeah. Callum, I don't know a great deal about him, but if Brands and Carlo got their ideas, then sound. But for me, I still don't see 25 million for a lad. I don't know what he played in the Norwich side last season and was relegated. I don't know. But for you said you've seen a bit of him.
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? Because I know that you've got to go with that cliche of he was relegated, but some good players do get relegated.
They do, yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, I think City set out to stall there when they paid God knows how much for Nathan Ake.
75 goals Norwich conceded last season.
Yeah, I think when I've seen the clips of him playing last season, he's only 22. First year in the Premier League. You got to remember as well that their manager played a lot of attacking football. He was very similar to Marco Silva. He never had a plan B. It was literally attack every single game, sending fullbacks, sending Lewis and Aarons high and wide every single time. If you're playing against world-class players every week with not a great team defensively, collectively in front of you, you're always going to be prone to, counter-attacks, 4v2s and 3v2s, and that's what their problem was. him as an individual, you know, he's got great attributes. He's quick, he's strong. He seems to obviously read the game quite well in terms of organising when he can. And he's got a great range of passing in terms of his style. He'll receive, he'll ping it from left to right, right to left. He can travel with the ball, he can step in with the ball. Technically refined. So he's similar to Mason Holgate in many ways, to be honest. So yeah, I think he'll be a good buy for it. But again, it's, you know, yeah, he'll come into the team, but then obviously then Holgate comes back. How does Holgate get back on the team? We've got Branthwaite, then he might obviously then have to go out on loan, and obviously you've still got Mina as well. So it's good competition. But like you said, Dave, if we're paying 25 million for him, you want him starting every week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know, that's the way that we're going at the moment, I think.
So speaking of 25 million, is this the Moise Keane money?
I don't want him to go.
You don't want Moise Keane to go?
I think he'll come good.
Yeah,
I do. Again, he's, you know, I think I don't know whether to put it into our group about players where they was playing at his age, and you had Baines at Wigan, you know, you had Aldgate at Barnsley. You know, there was a few. You know, I think we need to realise this kid's 20 years of age.
Yeah. I think the problem that he's got though, he's got Calvert-Lewin who's firing. If Calvert-Lewin gets injured, Richarlison goes up top, not Moise Keane. So Moise Keane is like third choice, and he's not a player that you can rotate in and out because it's such a vital position playing at the top end of the pitch. And for me, him as a sole striker on his own sometimes, he doesn't offer enough. He likes to run in behind, come off the shoulder, and he's not that player who likes to hold the ball up and do all that graft. He's totally different to Calvert-Lewin.
At the minute, I don't think he can hold the ball up. Have you seen his first touch?
Yeah. I know.
I'm getting a load of grief here in these comments now about like, oh well, he was relegated and this was relegated player. I get that. And yes, Agaro was relegated, Jagielka was relegated, but they didn't cost £25 million. Yeah. That is my point. Do you know what I mean? That's more. I'm not criticising the lad. Hopefully he comes to Everton and he's great, but it just staggers me that we paid this amount of money for.
Who do people want then?
Yeah, there's a question. Yeah.
Who just what as we put this in? Who would be your ideal centre half? I mean, I think he'd be everyone's, wouldn't he? But that people are getting priced out of him, aren't they? What are you talking, 60, 70 mil?
Was Garner 6 million?
Garner was 7 mil, wasn't he?
There you go. I can't see the comments, Steve.
Oh, it's okay, I can.
Thanks, one.
On my bit. Yeah, there you go.
Garner was 6 or 7, yeah.
There's one here.
Now it's inflated prices. Now you look at the Ake one, 40 million with add-ons, just crazy money for a player who I don't really rate, to be honest.
Who was that, Ake?
Yeah.
I don't like Ake. I don't think he's any good. For me, it's a tough one, the centre half, innit?
Well, there was talk a few weeks ago, and I remember mentioning this on the Toffee Blues chat, and it was Chris Smalling, just as a stopgap, because I think, you know, he's got just because of Premier League experience.
Done well at Roma, didn't he?
Yeah, and he was starting to like picking it up at Roma. That was my thoughts, really. Everyone's going, fuck off, you don't want him. It's like, well, sometimes you just got to go with
the. Took him on loan.
Yeah, it would have been a loan deal. I wouldn't have paid money for him, but a centre half who is big, strong, and, you know, isn't afraid to throw himself at you know, through attackers, and just, you know, when the ball is in the air, he 9 times out of 10 will win the ball. Kurt Zuma is another one. You know, again,
I think that ship sailed with Zuma. You know.
Yeah. I think he blows hot and cold for me. I've seen him. I'll see he plays really well from game. Another game just looks like so prone to errors and positioning. What do you want for him? 40 million for him?
Yeah,
no, I'm paying 40 million for him. No chance.
And I don't think Tomori's the answer either.
Here's a question then: how come we wouldn't spend 27 million on Gabriel, but Arsenal did, and we're willing to pay 25 million for this other cat?
I think that Gabriel goes.
I don't think we were in for Gabriel.
I don't think he wants to come. I think he wants to go to Arsenal. I think when all that COVID hit and we had like a pre-contract with him.
Yeah.
I think his head turned when Arsenal won trophies. He's like, I don't know to Arsenal, yeah.
Yeah. Bailey's regretting that decision.
Yeah, I don't think that was anything to do with us offering money or not offering money. I don't think.
Well, it was agreed, wasn't it? It was all agreed. We offered it. We had it done. It was, and then obviously.
Was he due for the medical? Was he due for the medical just before COVID?
Literally just before COVID. Yeah, he was in March, early March, he was coming over.
Yeah,
just one of them, innit? So that goes down with the Ravanelli signing and all that, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think the agents had a saying that, hasn't he, and stuff and whatever, and where he get the most money because he wanted like 7 million wages, didn't he, as well?
Yeah, salaries and stuff.
Yeah,
make football better than sack agents, tell you.
Like Muller and the tax-free wages.
That's it. We get away with that now. We just put it in the Cayman Islands.
Oh crap! I shouldn't have said it was illegal. Right. So, listen, we'll wrap this up now because it's coming up to 9 o'clock. Everyone who's joined us and has joined in the comments, thank you so much. Please make sure you've liked and subscribed to the channel. We're trying to get to 2,000 before the end of this week, before the end of the month if we can. Just before we sign off, gents, someone did mention a question before. Winning the Carabao Cup takes us into this European Cup Winners' Cup style.
It's a jazzed up into Toto, isn't it?
It is. It's just the into Toto with a jazzy name. But are you in for it? You know what I mean? Yeah.
In terms of what? Sorry, was that? So to win the Carabao?
Well, if you win the Carabao Cup, you go into this European Cup Winners' Cup thing, whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
Yes or no? Are you up for the following season where it start in what, June or July or something daft like that?
Probably not up for that, but we want to win a trophy. So if we're going to win a trophy, then let's bring it on. You know what I mean?
Anyway, we're going to finish third.
Someone asked actually. Someone asked on the feed what position will we finish this year? I can't see who it was. You going with third?
We said this before. Ancelotti's not here to finish 5th, 6th, 7th. He's going for the Champions League and above.
He is.
So 3rd, 4th, and obviously every single Evertonian will be absolutely buzzing with that.
Do you know what I'm saying? I think right. I think if Moise Keane does go, and we get a right-sided forward, so like a right winger, and we go 4-2-3-1, James is at 10, Zaha left, and then Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin as a front three. I think we'll be aiming top 4, to be honest. I think another signing like that will be top draw. I know people that want Zaha, but I think people are saying like Bailey as well. But I think Zaha brings Premier League experience, and I think him with Carlo Ancelotti, I think he'll be absolutely unbelievable for us. I
said to a couple of the lads, we asked in one of the other chats there, he said, are we signing Zaha? And I said it looks like the priority is a centre half. And seeing how early they've done this, maybe Zaha is going to be a deadline day job.
Yeah, he wants out, doesn't he? And he doesn't really want to play for them. So is he going to want to stay there again till further down the line, January? I don't think he will.
Yeah,
but again, they're asking 40 silly money.
Yeah, we'll see. I suppose.
Sad. Right, let's wrap it up, gents. Thank you so much for joining us. So, up the fucking Toffees, Colin Chong. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us. See you all soon. In a bit, lads. Nice one.
Good night.